applied for this job because I really enjoy working with younger kids and I like to build bonds and just like have a good time and help them have a memorable summer. Well, basically, I decided to work there because I mean, again, like it's with little kids and like usually there's not like an actual job that like, you can work with little kids, unless it's like at a school or something. And then, well, it's like half community service as well. So like it just brings you like, happiness and it helps you like work with, kids who are coming from the same background as you. My favorite memory at Cool Line was definitely like the last day when like all the kids got to like build a closer bond with like the student, I mean with the leaders, because I feel like we all just got closer with like the little kids as well since they were all just feeling more comfortable, and then as the days went on like they just were getting more comfortable being around us, which was really good. So a typical day, wow. Um Usually in the mornings, we just hang out with all of us, like waiting for all the kids to come in, and we just do little activities like drawing, painting, Legos, whatever it may be that they're interested in. And then we just all split into the classrooms, which are led by the leaders and then the assistant counselors. And we just play a bunch of games, and it's kind of like they also lead it in a way because they get to decide if they want to break or if they want to play a certain game, and we're really like lenient with it, and we have a lot of outdoor time, which I think was really effective because they just got all their energy out and by the end of the day they were just ready to go home. Definitely something funny was when we had a dance party in our classroom and then the kids just like let loose, and it was really hilarious because it was like some of the kids that you had no idea that like they had some fun into them. Like sometimes the kids have a tendency of like being super serious and like don't talk to me, I'm too cool, but when it was time for that it was really funny to like see the campers and yeah. Some skills that I have developed would definitely be like I thought I had patience, and then like you just gain more patience once you work with like a bunch of kids that are like around the same age. So definitely that, because I remember in the beginning I was just like a bit overwhelmed, but then after you just start like gaining patience and being more understanding overall, which can really help you like with like future jobs like once you're older, and as well as like communicating with like the other leaders, because I mean we didn't have a problem at all with like any of the leaders that I know of, so it was really cool that we all got to communicate, which as well can also help you in like a job later on and also just in general. Well, I guess like the similarity is that you do get paid, but I would say that the better option is that you in general get to like be open to working with people that like come from the same background as you and that you were them once. So you just want to make it as memorable as possible, and just I think it was better because we were all not like super old to the point where like we like don't understand them, but we were at an age where like they're younger than us, but we can still understand like what kind of fun they would be into and what kind of stuff they would be into. So I think that was like the difference and similarities. Staff training was pretty fun. I feel like in the beginning it was like um I thought like a week was like a good amount, and then it went by super fast, faster than I thought. But for I liked how the first few days we kind of more just did like team bonding, because that way like when it was actually time to like break into classrooms and stuff like that, we kind of already were somewhat comfortable with each other. And so yeah, like the first few days it was just team bonding, and then the last couple of days it was just all of us that were learning like the actual rules. And I would say a bunch of games that really did help us communicate was like the one where we all played with like the big ball, and we all had like couldn't touch it on the floor, which was really good because we all had to like communicate and like you know find a way to like get together with our team and make a plan. So, yeah. Well, I would say that to have fun and like be not like super strict, but also like just learn to set boundaries with like the kids and then just have fun and let them like, do as much as they want, that is safe, of course, and fun for everyone. So also like to have patience and not just like be immature with the kids and just make sure that you're being a leader to them and not just like a friend. Feel like making the impact of like having the kids have somewhere to like be at. And I know like a lot of parents like they don't have somewhere to leave their kids, and like we were pretty lenient with like when they dropped them off as well. Like if I know camp started at 9, but a lot of parents left them earlier. So I feel like they just having people that like they have somewhere to go to. And although it was kind of short, I felt like this is something that they're going to remember for a while. And like hopefully just like having them come back and like having someone that they can talk to throughout that week. At first, like there was a camper in my class, and like he was very like, I want to do what I want. And then obviously if you tell them that like just be very firm with them like right away, it's not always like the most effective thing to do. So at first I would just let him kind of do like what he thought was right, and then I started like just building a stronger connection with him. And like as time went by, like they got more comfortable with me and they were able to just calm down. And like that way whenever you ask them to do something that's needed from like, all the students, it's more easier for them to listen, because that way they already know who you are. They're not listening to a stranger, but they're listening to someone they look up to like a leader. So I would say it was really interesting to like see them, obviously not fully like change as a person, but like little steps that just it makes you feel good. A lot of them already did like have certain friends, but I feel like what was better was that everyone kind of like was split into a classroom and they were kind of all talking together. Like for example, I think what really helped was class circles, because everyone was bonding and like everyone was having conversations with each other, even if like they didn't hang out with each other during the regular school year. It was really interesting to have them play games. And then I'm sure that maybe later on when they go into the actual school year, they're not going to be strangers. So that would just be better because they have someone to like potentially talk to or just know and feel comfortable around. I think the most fun part of camp was definitely like the outdoor games, because that was where like all the kids let out like their energy, and everyone just seemed to have fun. And it was very like, I feel like they had a lot of freedom then. And it was just super cool because everyone was just bonding. I think that was really fun for the students and for the leaders as well.